anything, not even a nickel or dime. Shout out to Alex for always keeping me updated. Click the link in the description for your cool Piston gear. I bet you the Pistons won't tank anymore. Tanking don't work. Having the worst record for 3 years in a row ain't gonna work in today's league because the NBA lottery ain't what it used to be. It's not what it used to be at all. It's not what it used to be at all. It used to be you can be and be pretty bad and get whatever pick on how bad you were. And I guess I don't know how they used to do it with the 76ers, but it's crazy. The fact of the matter is that people saying that even in the weakest draft, we still can't get the number one pick. We still fall down to 5, 3 years in a row. People are mad about it. It is what it is. This draft class is weak anyway. I don't want the number one pick in this draft class anyway. But the fact of the matter is now that the Pistons don't really got, even with the number one, number two, number three overall pick, you can trade that. You can package Ivy and Durant together and get something. With the number 5th overall pick, I don't know what you're going to get. The Pistons just might have to keep the pick instead of trading it, to be for real. Because this is one of the weakest drafts ever. I don't know who you're going to get with that 5th pick now. I don't know who you're going to trade for. I don't know. To the Pelicans, we call up to the Pelicans. By the way, we got the 5th pick. We'll give you Jay Ivy and B.I. I don't think that sounds really good to the Pelicans. By the way, the most crazy thing is Atlanta jumped 9 spots to the number 1 overall pick. The Atlanta Hawks jumped 9 spots to the number 1 pick. So that lets you already know it's definitely unfair. And people might hate it in this and the third, but we lost. We had 23 years of subpar 20-win games. We deserve this, bro. Straight up and down. Because Troy Weaver's philosophy is to be bad every year, tank, and hope something good happens. And all 3 years it didn't work. Tanking don't work no more, bro. That's dead and over with. Tanking every year, betting that you're going to get the number 1 overall pick, that don't work no more. The only thing left to do is stop being last year every year. Yeah, that's the only thing that stopped. And the worst part about it is now you're going to have to keep Ivy and keep Durant in the pick. It was already reported there's going to be a lot of trade chatter between now and by the time the draft come up, because this is one of the weakest draft class, and people rather trade for a veteran player than even take a pick this year. Teams rather trade the pick than bring in a cheap young NBA player on a good contract to produce. They rather trade for the veteran surefire player than keep the pick. That lets you know everything you need to know. Detroit fans tell me why Ben is the whole season and why they should have been rewarded. I'm telling you, and it don't work that way. The lottery don't work that way, bro. I remember last year, I think the Blazers were like 6, 7, or 8, and they went all the way up to 2. See, that's what the new lottery rewards. People who outside the top 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then they jump in. One team jumps into the top 4. That's what teams they reward. They don't reward the number 1 person in the number 1 place. But every year the Pistons number 1, oh yeah, we fall down, but other teams haven't either. So it's definitely somewhat rigged. You can't, I ain't gonna lie to them, because it is rigged. Because many teams that were in the position number 1, they ain't fall to 5. It's been a lot of them. You can go do your research. There's only been like a couple of them. But most of the time it's the Pistons. So, it is what it is. Like, I can't really say nothing. Um, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm not really surprised. Detroit is a small market. That's why they don't get the number one picks. Got the number one pick by taking for the first season. Rigged. I mean, it is rigged. What you gonna do about it? We gonna cry about it? It's Detroit versus everybody. I don't want to. I didn't want the number one pick anyway. Alex Sarr ain't no Victor Wembanyama. Alex Sarr ain't no Jabari Smith Jr. Alex Sarr ain't no Paulo Barancho. Let's just be clear on that. Pistons versus the NBA. Let's be clear on that. Alex Sarr is not like, oh my God, he's a surefire number one pick. Like, he ain't no Victor. He ain't no Paulo. Straight up and down. So, and the fact of the matter is that many teams, instead of even keeping the pick, they'd rather trade it for a veteran star or a veteran player. That shows you everything you know. Time to get a guy that can find talent in players instead of just taking for whatever falls to a talent to whoever falls to us. That's why. Sorry, nice though. He could end up of help. I'm not saying that he is, but he ain't no Paulo. He ain't no Paulo Wimby. Let's just be clear on that. He's not. Like, I like Dalton Connect. I'm not a big fan of Matas Zubelas, but I like Dalton Connect a lot. I don't mind Cody Williams either. So, but people who got Rob Dillingham from Kentucky is wild. We don't need no more guards, fam. I think that's the only reason why I'm not mad. This isn't just star, a star snub drive. No real players this year. Just good pieces. It's facts. It's just good role players in this draft, bro. Now maybe you get an all-star or two out of it. Maybe you get a superstar out of it. But right now, ain't no all-star, superstar players. Ain't no, oh my God. Now next year draft is different. You got Ace Bailey and Cooper Flag, and that draft is loaded. That's gonna be a loaded draft class, boy. Get you and let's cook. Yeah, that's facts. Detroit is a small market. It's the odds have nothing to do with, like you said, Big Mike stop last year. Detroit is a bigger market than San Antonio and Orlando, for example. Man, I'm gonna be real with you, fam. Um, they don't care, bro. They don't care about none of that. 3 years in a row, we should have been a better team, fam. And the lottery is not like how it used to be. Like I said, bro, it's not how like I used to be. Why you think Adam Silver? I mean, why you think Atlanta Hawks jumped from all the way from 10-1? That's how the new lottery is, fam. Adam Adam Silver's ruined the NBA. Show is time to dedicate ourselves to getting a free agent center or shooting guard, and then we can draft Ryan Holland and develop to a new coaching staff. I don't want Ryan Holland this year, bro. I don't want Ryan Holland this year. I'm good on Ryan Holland. He can't shoot to save his life. That's why I'm not the biggest minus the Zubelis fan or whatever. Unless he show me different in the combine, I'm good on him too. He can't shoot to save his life. At the number one pick, at the number 5 pick, excuse me, get me Dalton Connect all day. Give me Dalton Connect. Give me the white boy who can shoot.